What's up, YouTube? It's Oz again. If you're just finding this channel and you find this interesting, you want to follow a van life story from the very beginning, hit that subscribe button. And to those of you watching, please hit the like button. I'm new here on YouTube in this format, and I need help, not just building up the community, but also caressing the algorithm. So hit that like button. It'll help push the videos out to more people, all right? So I wanted to make a video today to talk about why van life? Why have I chosen this, all right? And, you know, there's a lot of reasons, but the main reason is that I want to grab on to as much freedom and autonomy as I can while I'm young enough to enjoy it, okay? The fact of the matter is that we're all indoctrinated and born into this system wherein we're taught that the way is to work 60, 70 hours a week for your whole life and slave away for other people and sock away money so that you can live some imaginary retirement when you get old, okay? But think about it. Really think about it, okay? You know what the number one thing that men regret on their deathbed is? That they worked too much and they didn't spend enough time with their friends and family and enjoying their life. They feel like they wasted their life by just working forever. And I want you to think about and ask yourself, like, how many people that live in this way really get to enjoy those retirement years? How many of them, by the time they hit 60, have a hard time getting around and don't get to go do all the things they wanted to do, or are having health problems and end up spending all that money on doctor bills, or even have a heart attack and die before they even get there, or shortly thereafter? I think this happens a lot more than we think about. And, you know, a lot of people, not really me, but a lot of people think they're going to live to be 80, 90 or whatever. But, you know, the fact is not a lot of people do, you know. And, or a lot of people don't anyway. And with my health problems, I have type 2 diabetes. I have some issues with my feet. It's already, you know, it's not really hard to get around, but, you know, it's going to be there at some point. I don't want to be one of those people. I want to enjoy what I've got left, and I'm going to do it. And I get a lot of people that say it's not a good idea, and, you know, people that think I'm crazy and think I should be making more preparations for my old age or whatever. But, you know, guys, I've lived my whole life in a fashion that money is not important. Like, money is not the most important thing to me, and it never has been, okay? Been a musician my whole life. I've dumped years and years of my life into a fraternal organization that I belong to. And, you know, these have both been really fulfilling things for me, and I sacrificed the money in order to do these things. And I don't see any reason why I should change that mindset. I have a place to be when I get old. I own a portion of a house, and when I get, you know, too old, I can land there. So, you know, the last few years I've really been thinking about what am I going to end up doing when I get old, and I've decided that that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to land in that house. I'm going to, you know, in the next 10 to 15 years probably, land in that house, someplace where there'll be no rent. All I have to do is keep the lights on and pay the property taxes, which are really cheap there. And, you know, I think that if I live life and I grab as much of this freedom as I can and enjoy myself now, that I'll be okay with that. I've lived a really full and a life just full of experiences that most people just only dream of. You know what I mean? Now, there's a lot of things that I haven't done, But the way that I've lived my life has given me so many cool experiences that, like, I can't even tell my stories to people because I just know they won't believe me. They'll think I'm full of shit. I've done so much stuff in my life, and I want that to continue. There's been this long lull in my life where I wasn't able to do those things because I had to focus on money. After my divorce, the child support just ate me alive for years. I wasn't able to spend the time with my kid that I wanted to and spend the money on them that I wanted to. We have a great relationship, but that experience, then during that period in 2008, 2009, I lost my job. I ended up living in my minivan for a short period of time, and not in a fancy van life fashion, in a homeless fashion. And that kind of put this fear in me. And so even if I don't continue the van life after the first year, like on a permanent basis, just building the rig and having that as something to fall back on in case something happens. I have type 2 diabetes. At some point, I'm not going to be able to pass the DOT physicals anymore. What am I going to do then? I'll have a place to be with air conditioning and heating, and that I can live very minimalist in if I need to. So the van life is not just a means to enjoy myself, but it's also something to fall back on. And that's, like, in long form, why I've landed on this decision. I'm a member of this fraternal organization, and I have the ability to develop some lectures and possibly, take that with me on the road and do some lectures at some lodges and use that as a way to maybe make a little money. I have 2 other YouTube channels that are monetized, and if I can get this one built up and make something out of it and get it monetized, I'm passionate about that. And there's a possibility, I'm not counting on it, but there's a possibility that I could support myself through traveling, doing lectures in a van life fashion, and maintaining the YouTube channels and maybe some Patreons and stuff. I'm not counting on it, but there's a possibility that if I do enjoy it and decide to keep doing it, I could turn this into something that supports itself. There's a lot of things about this that are appealing to me, and people can say whatever they want to. They can say that it's a bad idea and that I'm wasting my time or whatever. I don't really care. Okay, I'm going to do with my money and with my life what I see fit. I've always lived my life that way, and I'm going to continue to live my life that way. And bottom line is, later in life, if I get to the point where my health is real bad and I'm not able to sustain myself and whatever, I'll fucking check out. You may not like to hear that, people don't like to hear that, but I will. I'm going to get as much out of life as I can get now. And I think this is how I do it. Even if nothing pans out as far as YouTube and all that stuff, if I enjoy it the way things are, I'm able to just save for 8 months or so and take another year off and just keep up that cycle. I'll keep coming back to this same company, working for eight months, a year, save up, take another year off, come back for a year, and just get as much out of life as I can get. If you guys want to follow me on that journey, hit that subscribe button. We're just getting started, and I'd like to build something up here on this channel. So subscribe, and be sure to hit the like button to help me, because hitting that like button, tells the algorithm that people like this video, and maybe it pushes it out to more people. So I appreciate those of you who are here, and it's going down, so stay tuned.